They say the world is fully discovered, that there's no place left untouched. But what if I told you there's a frozen island in the middle of nowhere? So isolated, so quiet, it doesn't even feel real. No people, no ports, no signs of life. Just one abandoned lifeboat found on shore. And no one ever figured out where it came from. But here's the thing. That lifeboat, it vanished without a trace. And what some explorers discovered underneath the island later might change how we see it forever. So buckle up, travel hearts. Today, we're uncovering the mystery of Bouvet Island, the loneliest and most forbidden island on Earth.
Let's start with the basics, because Bouvet Island isn't somewhere you've heard of in geography class. Located in the South Atlantic Ocean, far from any mainland, Bouvet is officially the most remote island on Earth. Imagine standing in icy wind surrounded by nothing but ocean for thousands of kilometers. To the south, Antarctica. To the north, just cold, wild sea. 93% of the island is covered in glaciers, and you can't just dock here. The coastline is made of sheer cliffs, black, jagged rock, rising out of freezing water. Even the bravest sailors avoid it. And pilots? They don't bother either. So, why does this forgotten island matter? Why has it been quietly claimed, guarded, and kept so hidden from the public eye? In 1964, a British expedition made their way to Bouvet to set up an automatic weather station. What they found didn't make sense. Lying on the icy shore was a lifeboat, worn, partly frozen, but clearly from a modern ship. There were oars, footprints, even a wooden crate, like someone had tried to survive. But there were no people, no shipwreck nearby, and no explanation. The team documented it, marked the coordinates, and left. But when another team returned later, the boat was gone, just vanished. No debris, no tracks, nothing. Now ask yourself, if the ocean didn't take it, who did? Or was someone else already there? That's when the deeper questions started to surface. Bouvet Island isn't just some nameless piece of rock. It's been claimed by Norway since 1930. They built a tiny weather station, unmanned and automatic, mostly used for scientific data. But here's where it gets weird. Came On, the satellite data picked up strange signals from the area over the years. Military analysts whispered during the Cold War. Was Bouvet being used as a secret surveillance point, a listening post, or something even darker? The island is so remote, it would have been perfect for nuclear testing, espionage drops, or covert submarine activity. And remember, the lifeboat? It wasn't Norwegian, and the island's isolation only fuels the theory. Because despite being claimed, despite being monitored, almost no one has ever stepped foot on Bouvet. And the more you look into Bouvet, the weirder it gets. Most islands welcome tourists. Even Antarctica has its expeditions. But Bouvet? It's not just hard to visit, it's practically off limits. You'd need special permission from Norway, a ship built for the roughest seas, and luck with the weather. And even then, you might not make it ashore. The last few attempts ended in failure. One crew had to abort because their ship started icing over before they even saw land. Why protect an empty rock this much? Why does no one film there, post travel vlogs, or even fly drones? And yet someone left a boat there? The internet, of course, has its own ideas. Reddit threads talk about ghost ships, alien contact, and even time anomalies. Some say Bouvet doesn't exist. It's a map cover-up for a secret military facility. Others claim it's the crash site of something not human. And then there's a file, yes, a real file, called the Bouvet Island incident, connected to something called the number station recordings. If you've never heard them, they're eerie radio transmissions believed to be spy codes. And one of them, allegedly, came from Bouvet.
Now, do I believe in ghosts, aliens, or time loops? Maybe not. But when this many things don't add up, you start to wonder. Because there's another twist, and this one might be the biggest of all. In recent years, a few scientific vessels managed to get close enough to the island to scan the surrounding seafloor. What they found was strange. A structure. Not coral, not rock, but something man-made looking. Geometric, metallic, and partially buried beneath the ice shelf. It hasn't been publicly investigated, Norway hasn't commented, and since the terrain is constantly shifting due to melting ice, it might already be hidden again, lost beneath the waves forever. So what was it? A Cold War bunker? An abandoned base? Or maybe something older? Something ancient that the ice kept secret for thousands of years? I'll let you decide. And maybe that's the power of Bouvet Island. It doesn't shout, it doesn't need bright lights or ghost stories, it just exists. Quietly, silently, almost too quietly. With one lifeboat, one station, one vanishing, and a story that refuses to let go of your imagination. Maybe it's just an island, or maybe, Travel Hearts, it's a message that the world isn't fully discovered after all, that some places stay off the map on purpose. So if you're still here, curious like I am, hit that subscribe button, because this journey, it's just getting started, and the next mystery we uncover might not be so far away.